Well, boys and girls, I wonder what we're looking at today. That's right, we're looking at gas.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here, the big fella Scruff, with an over-obsession of coffee, because we all know Scruffy likes it, coffee, and an over-obsession of the charts. Now, that over-obsession can sometimes get me into trouble, and today could be one of them. Up talking of things that gets into trouble, I got her into trouble. Hey. Not how you think. No, that's naughty. Then again, I think I'll have a moment. Oh, that was a good moment. What are we doing? We're having a moment with the charts is what we're doing. Now, we had a morning call this morning with the guys in the Discord. I'll flick this over. And within it, we always have like a little chat. Morning call. Today was Winning Wednesday. And we have different themes for each day. Like yesterday was Troublesome Tuesday, Markup Monday. Tomorrow is going to be Thoughtful Thursday and Free for All Friday. And the idea of these little chats and get-togethers is almost like self-help therapy. And we're trying to be better traders. Now, what I also do is I sort of stick my two penneth in and want to help the guys. I genuinely want to help the guys. Sometimes it can get a bit deep and heavy, and within a short period of time it's very difficult to explain what's going on. So what I do from that is say, what do you want me to look at? So this is a salute to Justin. Thanks a lot for this one. Natural gas is not my forte. It genuinely isn't, but he was interested in it and I feel duty bound to help. So what I've done is I've already marked it up, sort of put the key levels in you're about to look at, but also I've analysed the chart as well fully. Switch that off, which is here. And within that video, it's how the marks were put in, why they were put in, how I'm analysing, how I come to my bias, and then the trade I'm expecting to take. So they know what we're about to do now. Okay. So flick that over. We're doing quite well. I mean, that was yesterday. Bubbles got me into doing that. And today, Justin's got us doing this. Is it ready? Not quite yet. Okay. I have also, within the group, put on my bias, which is here. I make this for them each day and try and update it pretty much on the top of each hour. Okay. So at the moment it is saying it's a buy, but I genuinely think this is a sell. So what I'm looking to do is wait. Okay. And that's kind of why it's no trade. Because what you got to remember is an indicator is exactly what it says it is. It's an indication of what's going on, rather than a definitive. Now, when I look at this chart, I see sell all day. Okay. If that had gone monitor, then I'll take the buy. But it's saying no trade, so at the moment I'm just sitting on the fence. Okay. So I'll just put that to one side. So let me explain a little bit what the chart's trying to find and why maybe the bias sheet is saying go the other way. If we come out to the daily, that is a colossal sell. It is just thumpy, 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 thumpy all the way down. And it is selling today. All right. Now, there is an argument to say this could be sort of the bend at the end. But until it shows its hand, this is still selling, okay? Because it's had a little bit of a plateau there and then it thumped down. Now, my idea is it'll try and get down to this level. Now, that's in a few days' time because it's a daily chart. So let's have a little look to see what was in time. Now, if we go back in time, it's in mega lows, as you can see. But as we come back, these are the areas it'll try and revisit. Why? Because it's been there before. And that's what markets do. They revisit where they've been. Okay. So let's drop this down onto 4 hour to see what happens. Well, again, it's still showing signs of a sell. Now, there was the gap here. It's pushed up and it's looked to refill it. Okay. And it's stalled at this level. So this level is of interest. And it's kind of why the sheet is saying, because it looks like it's pushing up into it. But I've come to the hourly. The hourly is showing signs the other way. It's saying, okay, you've had your fun. Let's have a look. So if I'm going to sell this, I need to find some key points. So if I draw a fib from there to there, I've already got the arena mapped out. I can see what's going on. And if we're looking at this, well, there's the drive. How many times do I tell you a 50 is a pivot point? It went to the pip, 50%. So these levels until that 0 and 100 are broken are the levels that were in play. And we're sitting on the 38 now. Okay. I would ideally like this to be higher. So these are my entry exits. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be staging backwards. And not only staging backwards, I'm going to be breaking positions as well to see what we can get out of this thing. Okay. Now, I've also got half an eye on the DAX for later. So I'll be keeping an eye on that as well. But at the moment, it's here, into there, into there, into there, looking at this red mark. It's actually showing signs now. Just work this out. A little look. See where we are. Now, ideally, I want to be higher up in the chart. Might be able to get a quick spurt off this level here into this one. But ideally, sort of want onto here, up into this section here. But it is pushing now. So let me have a little look. So we're going to put in 5 £1 positions based on I'm going to start it here. Now, bear with me while I work this out. Just drop these in. That's 4. Excellent. Right. So, what I'm doing at this moment in time is because I wanted to go higher, I want to be able to move about with positions. So what I've done is I've just set 5 £1. Each one of them has an individual target. So I can catch the bounces as it moves up and capitalize on the movement of the market. Now, ideally, I want to be here. So I'm going to set another section here. And then I'm going to space some out. And I'm going to put them all in ready. Okay. So you'll see orders coming in here, around here, here, and finally up to there. Okay. And the idea is it'll cash them in and out constantly. And away we go. Right. So that's the premise. I'm going to set it up because I do have to go out at 11 o'clock. So if I've got it all set up, rock on. So I'll catch you when I come back. Okay guys, I'm back. Switch this back on. I've been out for a lovely lunch, as you can kind of see. Beauty of what we do. Just set it up, let it get on with it. So let's have a little look, shall we? Put it onto a better screen. There we go. Well, there's nothing on the screens because while I was out, my phone was pinging and it told me the orders had cashed out. Now, if it was in front of it, I'd have been pulling the other orders in to catch the volatility moves, but I just wanted to set it up. And the idea of today's trade was to show you how you can break up various positions and then just let it get on with it. Now, it doesn't have to be huge money. Now, if we look at this, there we go. Did £75 off the first order that it picked up and then just let itself run off, which gave it, well, if we look at the maximum pip count, it was set at 25 pips. Now, I could have left it and it has gone, well, straight away. If we can look at the zones, it's gone and stalled bang on a zone that I put in. Now, these zones that I make up are crucial to how I trade. If you get all these levels correct and you know where they come from, you're halfway there. You genuinely are. And then the money, well, that's just byproduct of doing a good job, I guess. So what's the kind of lesson, the moral to take away from today? Sometimes you don't have to be in front of the screen all the time. You don't need to be a slave to the machine. So I broke down the chart for the guys. I made a conscious decision of what I needed it to do. In other words, in this case, I wanted it to be short. Justified why I was going to go short. And then I had to wait for certain areas to get in. Now, those areas are, if I flick this back, these sort of zones here. What they represent are essentially bus stations or train stations. And the price, as you've seen, naturally stalls in those areas. Well, if it's stalling in them areas, then I've got an opportunity to get on. And then I just got to ride it down into the next zone. Simple stuff. But if I'm looking for a limited pip count, in other words, I just want 10 pips or 20 pips, well, as long as that fits in the gap, brilliant. Don't work any harder than you need to. Don't be a hero. Don't try and chase every market. You see some clown trying to trade both directions. That's exactly what they are. They're a clown. Because what's the point of having a directional bias if you're going to go both ways? Common sense. Trading is about filtering. You filter your time frames into a good entry point. Then from that entry point, you filter upwards for a good exit point. Helps you stay in the trade. You pick a single direction because, let's be honest, one of the directions is going to be wrong. So therefore, you're filtering out the bad. And if you can filter all the bad out, whatever's left has to be good. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong in the comments. I do answer every single person that contacts me, whether it's email, you go through my WhatsApp, whatever. I answer you. Always. Can't always give you the right answer, but I do try. And talking of answers, tune in on Sunday. But Ask Scruff, it's about 7 o'clock at night. I'll come on the screen for an hour and you can ask me whatever you want. Live stream. And the beauty of that is you're talking to somebody who actually does this for a living and doesn't live in la la land or dreams about it. I actually show it every single day. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed. Above all, do what you love and the money will follow. See you on the next one.